Let's all grow together.
Okay, so today we're going to be making a USB that we can plug into our PlayStation 4 and install an operating system on. So I've given step-by-step instructions to make it very simple here. I'm actually creating a little web page for this. First, you're going to click here, download the link, or download the software you're going to need to make this little file that we're going to put on here, and we're going to actually use the PS4 in a recovery menu to install it. So first we download it, and after we download it, it should be PS4 update.pub. If it's not that, we're going to rename it. So I've already downloaded this, so I'm going to Control J to go to my downloads, and here it is here. So I'm show it in folder. It should be lit up, which it is, but this is moved way too far to the right. There we are. Alright, so it says PS4 update pub. Update pub, is that correct? We're going to go over here, make sure that it's the right. Go back to my website and just double check PS4 update pub. Yes, that's right? Okay, good. We have to make sure that that's right, because if it's not right, then guess what? We're in trouble. So now we're going to go over to the USB flash drive, which I have plugged into the computer. Also labeled it just in case I forget it. It says please insert a disk into drive F. So we're going to cancel that, and we're just going to, just so we don't have any problems, right? We're going to, okay, this says cancel too. Oh, sorry, we have a DVD here. That's something else. Okay, that's weird. Alright, so now if you run into this problem, you can do what I do, and we actually will use Rufus. That's a tool I use, and you can learn how to use this. And where did I put it? Just give me 1 second. Actually, I just downloaded it. That's why I can't figure out where I put it. So I'm going to hit Control J, and it's going to take me to my downloads, and there's Rufus showed in the folder. We'll go ahead and open this sucker. That's a good tool. So it's found my USB. We're going to quit format it real quick. No, well, we could do that. I don't really care. We're going to restore it to defaults. So that's what I just was trying to do earlier, but it obviously wasn't going to work. Default. Okay, and now I will throw the link in the description for this. If I forget to do it, then, you know, my bad. Just remind me. Okay, all the data should be destroyed on anyway, because it's supposed to be a clean drive. Yeah, this is Rufus, R-U-F-U-S. Just look it up. It should be the first one that pops up. It should be. It doesn't have a .com. It has like a IE/ something else whenever you search it. So this should fix it up, ready to go. Now when I open it in my file explorer, I shouldn't have any issues. There we are. It looks a lot better. Okay, great. Setup information and auto run. Oh, it actually has Rufus on it still. Okay, so we don't need any of this right here. I'm just going to delete it. Yes. Now we're going to make a new folder right here. Actually, we want to make it the top one, because it's got to be at the root folder. So the very first icon that pulls up, we're going to go to new folder, right? But we're not going to name it new folder. We're going to name it PS, and it's got to be capital PS4. When we got the PS4 in, we're just going to hit enter. We're done with that. We're going to open up a new file. We're going to go to new, and we're going to go to folder, and we're going to name this update, all caps, UPDATE. So name that update and enter. We're done. Just like so. We're going to open up this file, and now we're going to find the program we downloaded and move it in there. So let's see. Here's the program here. I've already found it earlier, right? The PS4 update pub, and we're dragging and dropping, and it should go right in the update folder. So this is going to take a second. It's a larger file, and my computer's already doing a lot, so I will pause it during this process. Alright, so now we want to get your PS4 out. Just unplug it. Make sure you actually let it turn all the way off and then unplug it. That's just what the PS4 says. I don't really understand that yet. I haven't really looked into the PS4 too much. Still waiting on one of the tools so I can get all the way inside and check out the logic board. So we're just going to get this screw off right here that has your little PS4 buttons on it. The triangle, X, square, and circle logos, or whatever you want to call them. Not logos really, but you know, the symbol of the PS4 keyboard. This is the only screw that holds in your hard drive, other than the screws that are holding it into the tray. But this is, I guess this is the only screw that's holding it into the physical PS4, I should say. Okay, so now there's this little ribbon cable sticking out. You be careful not to try to grab this and break it. It's going to be a little hard to pull, so I guess you can't be careful. That was kind of stupid, but you know, whatever. Once he comes out there far enough, you can just put your finger in there. It pulls out a lot easier. And you got 4 screws to take out, so I'm not going to make you watch me unscrew these. It's pretty simple. I'll pause. Okay, so I wanted to say, first of all, you might notice that this is a Samsung solid state drive that's in there, which you don't normally see in PlayStation 4s. I don't know if the pros have them or not, but I know that, you know, compared to any of the PS4s with the HDDs, mine is going to read and write at twice the speed, and you know, everything is stored in your hard drive, so your SSDs have a write and read maximum speed of 6 gigabytes per second versus the HDD that has the max write and read speeds of 3 gigabytes per second. So anyways, now we're just going to screw this back in here, so I'm going to pause it. Well, let me just show you how to get I'm going to pause it and I'll get right back with you. Hey, I got a camera stand. So, alright, what I did was I just kind of barely turned each one of these until they fit in there. I didn't even use a screwdriver yet. I wanted to tell you that so you know, you guys wouldn't have such a hard time, and I figured to give you time to catch up with me, or at least you can follow along if you are replacing your hard drive. Remember, when you look at this, you have to make sure that the bottom is facing up. The top part would be, if you look at it closely, there's a little, it's silver on the top, so that's pretty easy to see. And also, don't cover up that hole. There's a hole on there that lets the hard drive breathe, because it has a CD spin in there. It gets kind of hot, so that was the main reason that I changed it over to a solid state drive. At first, I could tell it was hot. I was getting slow internet speeds. I was figuring that, you know, there's too much going on with the hard drive for it to run at its maximum capacity. So I'm gonna see how well this and a couple other tricks I know will fix my upload and download speed, so I can break this record 72 hours on COD 4. Alright, so let me stop this real quick. Or actually, no, I'm just going to slide this in. Sorry. Got thinking about Call of Duty and I was ready to go. Okay, here we go. We're just going to slide it in back like it was. Sorry, like so. Actually, it was upright like this. Yes. It's upright just like that. When you slide it in, you'll know if you did it right because it should line up perfectly with that hole. So that's what we're going to check first. And as you see there, it is lined up perfectly with that hole. So now we grab our triangle, X, circle, and square screw. Oh, mine just went all the way underneath my dresser. 2 seconds. There we go, got it. All right. So if you grab that, I'm just going to drop it back in that little screw hole. Second attempt. Hopefully you're not waiting on me, already done by now. And okay, I'm screwing it down. You don't have to get it too tight. You don't have to make it real tight. That's not, it doesn't really matter at all. This is just holding it in place so it doesn't slide out. Honestly, if you screwed it in halfway, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I might not fit this little plastic piece, but it's not really a big deal. So don't try to over tighten anything. That's how you end up stripping your screws. And then that becomes a problem. I hate having problems with screws because it's like the littlest, pettiest thing in the world, and you almost feel like going without it, but I can't. That's a pet peeve of mine. Okay, so we got the hard drive in there. Now let's go use this USB. I'm excited. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is turning on the PS4, holding down the power button for 7 seconds. It's really more like 10, but then you'll hear a second beep, and that means it's booting into safe mode. You insert your USB. Sony says to hold it down for another 7 seconds on their website, and they have like another list of 100 other things. They're the people that actually told me to re-hold it down, and then, or hold it down for 7 seconds. It's not 7 seconds, obviously. So I really didn't like their directions, and I built my own webpage giving directions on this and made my own video on this. I was gonna do that anyway, but just to make it more simple for you guys, as there's a lot more that goes into it, especially if you have a hard drive that fails. You need to know how to take it apart and put a new hard drive in there. And if you want to keep all your data and you can't get into your hard drive, well, guess what? You got to clone your hard drive. So I made a video for that too. You could check the links below for that. And if you have any comments or questions, you get any, in a situation you don't know what to do, even if you feel stupid, ask me. I've asked 1,000 stupid questions in my life. And I'll be happy to answer them, or if not, one of my daughters will hop on my YouTube and answer them for you. So they just started their own YouTube page, trying to help them get started, so later on they can help me. Obviously by my YouTube channel you can tell I need it. All right, so we hold it down, and I'm just double checking the steps here to make sure that I'm picking the right option. It should be initialize PS4 reset, and that's what I think it says right there. The number 11 starts, or no, 10. Yeah, so PS4 initialize system reset. Okay, making sure. I had actually wrote down everything on the web page already that I'm building, but I still haven't edited it to my words, all my words, because I didn't really like how PS4 wrote it. So anyways, yes, we're gonna hit OK on that. It's gonna look for the USB to find that software. From there, it's going to take a while. It's going to update the system if you have it plugged into an Ethernet cable, so that way it's all updated properly. And now, in my case, I'm actually going to, obviously take that out and put the SSD in there, and I have an extra, hard drive. If you, want to fix your hard drive, then let me know in the comments below, and I will get that link out to you for how to actually recover your hard drive with a partition utility using like a bootable USB drive or another computer, whatever you want to use. Probably better to use a computer. So anyways, thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. I will come back to you as soon as this is done. All right, now that that's done, I'm sure there's going to be some more waiting. That's why it says the system software updates. Actually reinstalled the operating system of the PS4, and we're going to update it to the latest version, I guess. So here we go. I'm going to pause it and we'll be right back. Alright, so it's booting back up, and this should only take a second. Honestly, this is a pretty simple procedure, really. I mean, we're just installing the operating system for regular old PS4. Now we're going to connect, go through all the setup. I don't know that you guys want to see this, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the setup out and cut to the chase real quick. So I'm going to stop it and then finish this. These last little steps are just up to your personal preference. It's not really going to change your upload and download speed unless you keep the stay connected even when your PS4 is on. That one is just for when it's in reset mode, and you have to be a PS4 member anyway. That little screen right there, I don't know if you noticed that. Let's bring it right back. The user agreement, and I just hit do not accept, and it let me go past. So that's weird that it lets me do that, but I didn't, maybe I need to accept that because I am missing some features already. Anyways, you can read all this if you want to. It's up to you. And here's the rest. It's done, as you see. So thank you guys for everything you guys have been doing, especially the likes, the shares, the subscribes. You really have no idea the impact it makes on a YouTuber, especially in their first couple months or a year. Especially with me, I know that I'm right here in November. I think like the 23rd or something was going to be my first year in YouTube. So my first year, obviously, I haven't done amazing. I haven't made any money. But I pushed out 190 videos that are out right now, and like 50 of them I've deleted. And so it's a lot of times you can lose that drive you have. Not that I did, but I had some doubts, like, is this gonna make me money? Like, I don't care, I'm gonna keep doing it because I don't give up, I'm not a quitter. And then people was telling me like, what are you doing, Dylan? Like, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I don't know how I have my own place and I'm still paying rent. And I got 2 kids that got straight A's and I'm spending time with them. Like, but every day it's either, working or it's with my kids. And so every time I see that like or that share, to subscribe, anything, any good feedback or even in criticism, like, I'm like, okay, let's fix it. Let's do it. And it just makes me happy. Like, so I appreciate that. It really does push me and drive me. So, thank you guys so much for everything you're doing for me. You guys have a wonderful day, and just let me know in the comments below if there's anything I can do to return the favor.